When I was 10 was my first bike. So about 32 years ago. It was a little enduro, Yamaha enduro, dirt bike. My dad grew up on bikes, um, dirt bikes, road bikes, So I grew up around two wheels, and it's just been a constant thing since then. Relief, you know. It's like I tell everybody, you don't understand until you've had a bad day. You get on your bike, and within 2 miles, you don't care how your day was. You're just free. And so, yeah, just relief, man. It's great. It's just my passion. It's sounds funny, but I think it's in my blood. I've, like I said, I've been around them my whole life, and it it just dug in, and I'm comfortable. I'm happy when I'm on my bike. Um, Love working on them. Anything to do with them. So
Perfect.
yeah, I love sharing it with people. When I was young, once again, used to see all the old bikes, old guys riding around, and my dad had friends that rode, and so I was around that, and I think I was about 20, 21 when I got my first Harley, and yeah, that ruined me. A lifestyle. It's definitely a lifestyle. It's to me, it's not just the freedom of riding or being in the wind, and it's actually something that we live by. It's not just the name. It's a it's a freedom. You know, I prefer them all. I think it depends on what you're going to be doing. I personally ride a road glide, a touring frame. I've had Dynas, I've had Softails. Um, Now I love them all, but the older I get, the more that touring frame fits perfect. Yeah, it's an all-day rider. Um, but no, I really don't. I mean, I prefer the touring frames, and I love the road glide, but I think it's preference. Everybody has their own style and feel,
Yeah.
comfort zone, I guess. Oh man, that's a tough one because we live in a perfect location. Um, you can go 10 minutes any direction to be outside of town. I like heading north, up around Yellowstone, Jackson. There's great loop that goes up over the Jackson Pass, drops you in, get some lunch, come out through Alpine, around the lake. It's a great day ride. It's just enough to get you out, but you can still get home in time to get the honeydews done. You know. Oh man, one of my buddies and I, Kyle, here at the shop, we left and just did a 3 or 4 day ride. Went up into Montana, and we really didn't have a plan. It was just, let's head north. We're going to Montana. And we stayed off of the highways. We took the back roads the whole way up through canyons, and just used a map and tried to get lost. It was 3 days of riding, um, stuck in rain, but just, that was probably my favorite ride because we didn't have a agenda. It was just go.
Perfect.
Yeah. take a class. you know, even if you've ridden, it's always worth taking a class. If they're new to riding, definitely. Just for the safety aspect. Second is, don't push yourself. You know, don't jump on the most expensive bike in the store if you're not comfortable with it. Just be comfortable, be yourself, and the rest of it comes to you.
Yeah.
So, oh Lord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, 5 bikes. We're not a big city. There's so much open space between the towns around here. In Idaho Falls alone, like I was saying, you can go any direction and be in great riding. You've got mountains to the east of us, all the way around us basically. But we live close to, like I say, Yellowstone, Red Lodge, Jackson Hole, Montana. There's great passes just right outside. Within a couple hours of riding, you're in some of the best riding country there is. Yeah, and it's all within a couple hours. I love taking a stock bike and customizing it. I love to make the customer's dream come to reality. They have a vision when they see these bikes, and I like to make that vision just something they can touch. And the enjoyment of seeing their faces when they get their bikes back. And that's, yeah. It's quiet. It's a little slower paced. You know, we lived in big cities, and it was always a rat race, constant go go go, and you can't catch up with anything. Around here, it's a little slower. It's when it grows, it doesn't feel like it's growing because it's so spread out. Definitely not the weather. Not yeah, the weather's not the best part around here, but just the fact that the people are nice. You know, it's not busy. You can ride anywhere at any time is nice. So.
Yeah.
Happy. I would definitely say 90% of them are just happy. If they're in the store and they have a Harley, they've got the same passion that we all have. And if they're in the store, they're either buying something for their bike, they're buying clothing for themselves, or they're just interacting with the staff. And it's I would say, yeah, 90% of them are just happy to be here. Do we share the same passion? A lot of them look at us as, oh, well, we're just mechanics, or it's more than a job to us. The reason that we're all here is because it's in our blood. It's our passion as well. And we like to take the time, hear their stories, listen to them, see how they want their bikes to be, whether they want it to run a certain way, look a certain way, take that into consideration. And, me personally, I love to share my knowledge with the customers. We all take our jobs seriously. We're here for them, and it, it's, and it doesn't matter from the service side to the other side of the wall. Yeah, we're all just here for the customers. Well, it's the best. It, you can't go wrong with it. It's been around for, 100 plus years. And, Harley Davidson as a company, they take pride in what they do as well. And granted, it's a mass produced motorcycle, but the amount of technology and research and everything that's gone into it before we get it, yeah, you can't beat the brand, because it starts at the bottom and it goes all the way to the top to when the customer buys it. That's all we do. Knowledge, um, are a lot of places will service different brands of bikes, all sorts of brands of bikes, and we'll do that. But 99% of what we touch are Harley Davidson, and so we know the bikes. We know what we're looking at. Uh, we pay a little more attention to certain parts of the bike. It's not just an oil change. If you've got spokes, we check the spoke touch. We clean air filters, um, lube and adjust all the cables. It's and check for oil leaks, check for anything that's going to give you issues while you're on the road. If someone brings their bike to me to have it serviced, I go over it top to bottom, front to back every time. And if I see something that's going to leave them stranded on the side of the road, and it's something that we can take care of, so they don't end up there and make it a bad experience, we bring it to their attention. I believe a lot of the shops, they're there to dump oil, fill them, and get them gone.
Yeah.
And we pride ourselves with our services. It's more than just an oil change.